Bodrum, with a population of only 13,000, is the most international and least Turkish of Turkey's cities. It's renowned for its foreign restaurants, bohemian atmosphere and noisy, swinging nightlife. This combination is appealing especially to young foreigners and Western-oriented Turks who flock there in the summers. The fisherman of Halikarnassus. Many Turkish writers and intellectuals have made Bodrum their home, but the most famous resident in recent years was Cevat Şakir Kabakağaçlı, 1890-1973, a British educated Turkish writer who went by the name of Fisherman of Halikarnassus. Exiled to Bodrum in 1925 because of his unorthodox political views, Kabağaçlı popularized the town through his essays, short stories and novels, attracting like-minded romantics. Bodrum in 1925 was a forsaken, isolated, tiny fisherman village with a population of less than 2,000. When Lord Kinross, a prominent British travel writer and biographer, visited Bodrum in the early 1950s, he found the town in much the same condition. The nights were dull and the restaurants closed at 6:30 p.m. International jet set. Much has changed in Bodrum since the days of Kabağaçlı and Kinross. It was discovered by Istanbul's intellectual crowd in the early 1970s, who made it an in place. Soon the country's snow richie arrived, turning it into their summer hangout. Then came the international jet set. Celebrities like Prince Charles, former Canadian Prime Minister Pierre-Elliott Trudeau, actor Michael Douglas and Jacqueline Onassis spent vacations in Bodrum. Ahmet Erdoğan, a Turco-American who owns Atlantic Records, one of the world's leading music recording companies, bought a house there, and his guests included the likes of rock star Mick Jagger, former World Bank President Robert McNamara, and balloon star Rudolf Norway. Today the city is veritable Turkish Saint Tropos and the capital of Turkey's coast. Visitors to Bodrum go swimming and sunning by day on the many nearby sun-drenched boats of the Turkish coast. But come night, they gather at its many outdoor pubs, discotheques and bars to drink, dance and party till the wee hours of the morning. At these pubs, love stories often begin. Bodrum, as local denizens are fond of saying, is 30% sex, 25% love and 45% relaxation. The innocent beat of pop and breakdance music, different from these establishments, can keep the most exotic traveler up all night. Those visitors seeking a quieter vacation are strongly advised to stay in less crowded villages such as Gümüşlük, Yalıkavak, and Türkbükü, each a short distance from the town, or visit Bodrum during the November-March off season. How to get there? Bodrum is a 3.5 hours drive by car from Dalaman International Airport and the new Adnan Menderes International Airport near Izmir, where charter flights come in daily from most European cities. The two airports, both about 145 miles from Bodrum, have several connecting Turkish Airlines flights daily from Istanbul and Ankara. Owners of small private aircraft can fly directly to İMSİN Airport at a privately owned airstrip near the carpet producing village of Mumkılır, 20 miles from Bodrum. İMSİN has a squadron of 18 passenger planes with daily flights between Istanbul and Bodrum. Although it's slightly more expensive than the domestic Turkish Airlines, İMSİK provides access to Bodrum. A British-Turkish consortium has signed an agreement to concentrate and operate an international airport by the early 1990s at Güllük, a resort town that's only 45 miles from Bodrum. Bodrum can also be reached by daily boat trips from the Greek island. Of course, visible from the Turkish mainland. A daily ferryboat service to Bodrum operates from Datça, a Turkish town on the Datça Peninsula, south of the Gulf of Gahava, a 45-mile stretch known for its beautiful coast and archaeological sites. There are also frequent bus services to the resort from Izmir and other major Turkish cities. Turkish Maritime Lines also has a regular passenger boat service from Istanbul to Bodrum. Description of the town. For those arriving overland, Bodrum offers a picture postcard vista, one of the most spectacular along the Turkish coast. Located on the southeastern shore of the Bodrum Peninsula, the town is built on twin bays, separated by the massive castle of St. Peter Tini by soap box houses, characters of Bodrum, rise from the town and carpet the surrounding hills and mountains. The dark sea halt of Karaada, a virtually uninhabited Turkish island, can be seen at the mouth of the bay with the shadows of coals in the far horizon. Bodrum Harbor is protected by a long jetty, and scores of yachts and sailboats are moored along the quayside. Dozens of restaurants serving seafood and small outdoor coffee houses line the harbor. Bodrum has a 125-berth marina, owned and operated by Turban, the state tourism concern. Visiting yachts can moor there for a basic fee. Travel agents, yacht chartering companies and car rental firms are located on Neyzen Tevfik Street, the semicircular street that runs from the town center past the marina. Downtown Bodrum, starting from the foot of the castle and winding along the narrow Dr. Alim Bey Street and Cumhuriyet Street, bustles with activity in summer. These two connected streets are lined with lively bars, restaurants, tavernas, small stores, and gift shops selling everything from carpets and leatherware to locally produced jewelry and handmade sandals. Young artists display their paintings on the street corners. Old men peddle colorful spoons, and vendors wearing traditional candy cane costumes sell Kahramanmaraş dondurması. A sticky ice cream of Southeast Turkey. Most of the shops and restaurants, which are owned mainly by Istanbul businessmen, shut down during the slack winter months. The town has been a center for yachting and boat building since the days of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Sturdy Bodrum-style luxury yachts known as glads are built all along the Bodrum Peninsula, but the biggest shipyards are located at İÇİN, a 10-minute drive from Bodrum. Rich history. Bodrum has a rich 3,000-year history replete with military campaigns, naval victories, knights and conquests. The town was established as early as 1000 BC by the Carians, a native stock of Anatolian people. Known for their skills as marina. Ancient chronicles say Carian sailors served in the navy of the Egyptian pharaohs. The early inhabitants considered the city on an island where now stands the castle. They called their city Zephyria after the god of the spring winds, Zeus, and ended the area around the castle is the windiest part of Bodrum today. The ancient Carians later named their city Halicarnassus. The city was first a member of the Dorian Hexapolis, a loose federation of 6 regional cities, but was expelled because of the misbehavior of one of its athletics Agassiz.